But this is the plan for today, really. We're just going to do 191 kilometres. And we're just going to mosey around these little roads, really. Got no real plan. We'll get to the beach at 6:45-ish. I'll probably stop for some water and change the battery and stuff. But we'll get to the campsite tonight about 7, half 7, something like that. And then we'll set up tent for one final night. Because tomorrow morning it's time to get on the ferry. So this time tomorrow I should be in the sea on a boat with my feet up, drinking a beer, looking out the window. And we should have set sail at 2 o'clock, so we would have been about an hour and a half into the sailing. One thing I find funny about the sailings is everyone sits in the deck chairs, and there's always a argy-bargy for the deck chairs, and you know, people bring their own chairs up to the deck and they really make themselves comfy. And then I'd probably say about an hour or two into the journey, when you've left the port and you're in the middle of the sea, it's cold, and you'll see there's only a few hardy souls left because the wind and the clouds and all the waves and stuff, just the heat just disappears. It'll be 2 PM on a Tuesday, so I'm not entirely sure how busy of a sailing it'll be. I'm expecting a few bikers, but I'm not expecting the ship to be very busy at all, to be honest with you. I'm expecting a nice quiet midweek sailing, but we'll wait and see. Got to slow down for these towns. Some of the speed bumps are about 2 foot tall, and then there'll be other ones like this. Like, look, this is not even a bump, but there's no bump there, so I try not to relax too much in the towns. Look at this. This is fantastic. This is my type of road, this is. Just flowing, twisting, lovely and quiet. This is what I really enjoy. Dash a rear brake into the corner. Keep your eyes on the exit and off you go. Cheeky acceleration on the straights. So, it turns out I've done quite a few more miles than I was expecting. Let me just show you my mileage checker. I'm on 16,200 miles. I have no idea how it got that high. That's not this trip alone. It's a bit of a surprise. I was flicking through the menu button on the little screen just trying to see what time it was, because it wasn't on the clock. And I saw it said 16,000 miles I've done. Not on this trip alone. This trip alone I think I've probably done 5,000, 6,000, something like that. And I had a look at the tyres, as I do every few mornings, and yeah, they are definitely due for renewal when I get back to the UK. If you look at modern tyres, a lot of them have these little sort of notches within the tread that show you when you've hit the minimum tread depth. Well, when I arrived in Greece I had triple what I needed, so I wasn't really worried. And then when I cut across Italy I had double what I needed, and now I'd say, yeah, I'm probably only about 200 miles off being at minimum tread depth. But I've got to say, they've stayed pretty round as well. They're not that flat. They've stayed pretty round. They haven't really gone like flat out at any point, because again, I try to avoid motorways where I just sit there straight going, oh. In the UK, the biking season has only really just started. It's early May, and it's only just hit warm temperatures there. So if I get them changed, that should see me through the whole summer in the UK. Good. Oh, I shouldn't have panicked. That speed bump looked a hell of a lot bigger than it actually is. Right, apparently there's a speed camera here. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, there it is. I have, of course, slowed down for it. Oh, it's a double. Yeah, it's the double-ended one. You get shafted either way. Wow. This is a massive town. I was not expecting this, but yeah, this is the town of Vittorio Gasteiz, something like that. Vital Galles, and wow, it's huge. I was not expecting this to be such a busy, massive town. I thought it would be like just a little sort of village. Oh, it was a really weird feeling neutral there. It didn't go for it, but it didn't just slip in like it normally does. That was a pretty hard found neutral. I do know when the bike gets quite hot, neutral is near impossible to find sometimes, but seems okay at the moment. The engine's not that hot. 122 degrees, yes, not bad. I've had it hotter. Welcome back. You join me at a petrol station. Just stopped over just to sort a few things out, just give the camera a quick wipe, and also just to check on the sat-nav, because I just saw Bilbao Port and I just picked some random road next to it. So I've picked an actual campsite now. It says we'll get there 20 to 7, which is about fine. We've got 104 kilometres to do, and this route doesn't take us through the centre of Bilbao, which seems like a more sensible option, because oh, I messed the gears up on that bad boy. Whoa, something really weird was going on there. Oh, sorry baby. Oh, I did something really strange with the gears there. It's done that to me before, only once. I was engine braking around a corner, and it's never done anything like that before, but I was engine braking around the corner. I was nowhere near the gear lever, and I just heard this clunk, and suddenly all the engine braking released, and suddenly I was in third gear or fourth gear or whatever it was, and I just shot towards the corner. I was filming at the time. I was terrified. So I think every so often in the heat it might be not quite in the right gear. Or one thing I didn't realise about the Black Forest in Germany, which I did in one of the earlier episodes of this trip, is how fast flowing it is. I thought the Black Forest would be like this, sort of roads like this all day, just sort of famed for small snaking roads with no real speed control on. But no, the Black Forest is practically a national road, and it's got all speed cameras everywhere, and you can hardly have any fun on it. Here, if you basically go as brave as you feel, really. But yeah, it's a bit different. It's not what I was expecting. Yeah, I think the Black Forest was a bit of a surprise, because I thought it'd be more like that, those roads we just did. I thought it was like, that's why it was celebrated, because it was amazing twisting roads through the forest, but seemingly not. It's a very fast national road through loads of trees. That was it. That was my impression of the Black Forest. Not a lot to see. Just watching this white car, because it's pretty narrow. Oh, that's different. Yeah, no, I wasn't expecting that one. If you're keeping up on the map, we've just arrived in Gopegi, which sounds like something that gets shouted at a mum's bowling group. And we're turning off here onto the A3610, I believe. Yeah, here it is. A3610 off to Murcia. And there we go, leaving the town of Gopegi. Gopegi, go. And heading in towards more random rural Spain. It's lovely. Anyway, I'm going to do this without touching my brakes. It's a bit difficult with this car, but oh yes, perfectly done. Lovely clean line through that corner. That's one thing I really love about the Boxer engine. It's because it's 1.2 litres, and because that massive sort of flywheel in the centre and all mechanical gubbins inside, the engine braking is so strong. And if it's a corner like this, honestly, I don't even touch the brakes most of the time. I just gently roll off the throttle. The bike slows itself down for me. Just such an amazing engine. I love the Boxer engine. And they've been very clever with the Boxer engine as well. In a cruiser, they've put it in a big adventure bike. They used to make something called the HP2 Enduro, which was basically a Boxer engine on stilts. They've put it in a very sporty style of bike, the R1200S. Or the R1200 RS, something like that. I think that's what it's called. But they've really done a lot with the Boxer engine bike. BMW have really done a lot with this Boxer engine. It's an absolutely fantastic machine. They put it into a retro style bike like this one. They've put it into big adventure bikes. They've put it into cruisers. They put it into an enduro bike a while ago as well. It's called the HP2 Enduro, and you can pick them up now for about 4 or 5 grand. But it is literally Boxer engine on stilts done. There's not really much to it, but again, it's a great looking bike. I don't know if they're for sale in the UK or if they were ever very popular in the UK, but I seem to remember a few popping up on eBay when I was searching through the BMW category. And they've put it in a sport bike, the R1200 RS. So really they've done a lot with the Boxer engine, and it's a beautiful engine, why not? It does everything you need all the time. It's fantastic. The only thing I'd like to see BMW do now is take the engine out of the R18 and start putting it in different frames, because imagine a GS with that whopping great engine sticking out. That would be lovely, because they could make like, they could call it like the R9T X or something like that, like a huge version of their original Dakar bikes. That could be really, really cool. Not all chromed up, you know. Do what they've done with this one, spray it silver or black or something. There you go, just here in this little town of something. Jugo Domanica, apparently. Oh, come on mate, you've got an M Sport. Well, you've got a self-badged M Sport. Come on. Oh, that is raw, that is. That car is not running right, baby. Oh, yeah, doesn't indicate, lovely. Hoopa, hoopa. Oh, this is lovely. What would be ideal is if this churchyard had a car park. In the shade, yes, this is, you can't make this up. Just pop it in next to the bin. Oh, you can't make that up. That's what I've been dreaming of, little bench. Fantastic. Right, I'm just going to sit down there, enjoy my sandwich. Perfect. Oh. That was lovely. That was just what I needed. Totally unexpected as well, but there's a whole sort of open sort of orchard grass area of all these picnic benches. So I just sat under the nearest one. And it's been amazing. Only about 2 cars have gone past. I've been here for about 15 minutes. Only about 2. Here comes number 3. It's just been lovely and quiet. So we've got about 44 kilometres to do. We'll get there in just under an hour. So there we go. Let's get on the road. 44 kilometres. Problem is, I want to wash them properly with a bit of muck off and stuff. I don't just want to, like, with a wet tissue, drag all the dirt around. Same with the Speedo. It really needs a little wipe. But then I don't want to just wipe all the muck around. I'd rather just leave it dirty, because it's totally unprotected. It doesn't have any sort of protective film on it or anything, that Speedo. Anyway, I just had my little sandwich, and yeah, I would probably say yes, it was as dry as it looked when I brought it, to be honest, but it did the job anyway. Look at this for a road. Honestly, the things you find just as you go along, this is superb. Now, I was just going to nip to the loo while I was there, but I could hear like a family in the background, and actually all those buildings, apart from the church, people live in. And I wouldn't want to see someone doing a tinkle outside my house, so I'll just wait a little bit longer. Do a few more of these amazing flowing roads. But yeah, it says we'll get there in just under an hour's time. That's not expecting a hairpin turn. Well, I wasn't expecting one of those. The only problem is I'd quite like some dinner. So if the campsite's got a little restaurant, that'd be perfect, but I've got a feeling in some of these rural places that's not going to be an option. So I'll need to find some food first. This is amazing. Apart from the fact I'm on the wrong side of the road, this feels like I'm back in like Cornwall on a little weekend getaway. I just exited the town of Santa Colomba. And it's amazing. It's so green yet so hot. It really does feel like Spain. Oh, he's not a waver. He'll enjoy that. Normally these farmer people are a bit happy to see someone else in their life, but obviously not. He must just stand there all day with that big stick. At first I thought he was a mannequin, but no, he's a real guy, so I thought, well, I'll make some effort. No, just a straight deadpan. Ooh, this road, this is very, very different. This is this CL 620. It's amazing. Only thing is there are a few farms around, so I don't, and only thing is there are a few farms around and pickup trucks, so I'm just watching out on the corners, because if they think the roads are as quiet as they are, they're potentially not expecting me to pop around the corner. Hey! Oh, this road is amazing. This is the CL 620, and it's lovely. It's just my type of road. It is twisting, winding, yet fast flowing. Good scenery. It's brilliant. Just try and pull the peak down. Oh yeah, that had been knocked. There we go. Sometimes I carry the helmet on my arm like a very strange sort of man bag, and I think it pushes the peak upwards, because now I've pulled the peak down, my face is in full shadow, which is lovely. Whee! Oh, that makes an instant difference. And again, I'm sure you can go much faster on these roads if you want, but you're not here, it's me doing the riding. And I like this sort of style of riding, just cruising along, taking it all in. Oh, here we go, nice shaded bit. Oh yeah, that's good. Oh no, now it's like a strobe light. sounds so good. Oh, what an amazing piece of machinery this beautiful motorcycle is. Oh, this is lovely. Right, there's a junction coming up. Fantastic. Oh, the sun's so bright I can't see the sun. Right, here we are. Oh, come on. Oh, mate, move. What are you doing? Oh, that's the last time I stopped for a moped. Did you get that on camera? Why would you stop? I don't understand. Oh, so funny, these people. At least that guy was indicating. Well, if he hadn't indicated, that would be really weird. Right, it's 6:30. And we'll be at the campsite at 7:20. So we've got 28 kilometres to do. So I think they're all going to be... I think it's going to be more of these nice twisting roads. But sign me up for that, that's fine. And then just before the campsite... Well, what I'll do, I'll get to the campsite first, and I'll see if they've got a restaurant or a cafe or something. If not, I'll check they've got space for me, go off, get some sort of takeaway, and I'll bring it back. Anyway, this is still way more interesting than the motorway. Yeah, I could be there by now, but why do I want to rush past all this? I definitely was recording that. I'm glad I recorded that. That was just such a weird... It was like time stood still. I was practically stopped. Yeah, I didn't have to put my feet down. And there was no, like... I don't understand what was going on there. I'm still absolutely bewildered by that. I think he thought I was going to hit into him or something, and his weird reaction was to just stop in my path. Oh, funky times. Oh, I've messed the gear up. Messed that corner up. Got the wrong gear, didn't I? There we go, that's more what it, that's more like it. Made that tight for myself, didn't I? And here we go, just come into Canterbury. And we've got 15 kilometres to go. Oh, this one's a sharp boy. Beautiful. fantastic. Yes. Just here in the half pipe. Right, here we are. Reception. Let's see if anyone's here. There we go, fantastic. Oh, lovely bit of clutch control here. I'll just get to the top of the hill. Right, let me just wait up here. What a view! That's fantastic. Where's he gone?
The number is this? 94?
94, yeah.
94. Okay.
Okay, great. So somewhere there?
Yeah.
Can I go in the shade?
This is, yeah.
Yeah.
Only your place.
Okay, perfect. Thanks. Yeah, see you soon, Carlos. Thanks.
See you later.
Bye, thank you. What?
For the pay later, okay?
Okay, thank you. Perfecto. Right. Ollie. Fantastic. Hi. Brilliant. What a view. €10 for this and a restaurant. Fantastic. Well, there we go. That's the last night of my trip, and I thought I'd end it with camping. It's going to drop down to about 15 degrees Celsius tonight, but it'll be straight back up to near 30 in the day, so absolutely can't wait. And I'm just by Bilbao port as well, but what an absolutely amazing view. And there's not a lot of people here. We've got a tent there and a camper van there, and that's it really, so it's absolutely fantastic. I've just had probably the greatest meal I've ever had at a campsite. Here's a photo. Jump in the tent and sit back and stick a bit of Top Gear on or something. I've got 4G, it's a little bit slow, but it's doing the job. Messages are sending, but I'm having trouble downloading my final few episodes ready for the ferry, but I've got enough to get me through it anyway. And the cabin has a TV in it, so there we go. But 31 hours with no Wi-Fi, no signal, and no 4G. It's not a complaint at all, I'm just saying I've got to come up with something to manage my time. And I have my MacBook with me, but I don't really want to start the editing till I get home because I brought the new MacBook for that. I've got the new Mac Pro 14-inch, and I brought that for editing because my other MacBook is so slow. So I'd rather wait. I'd get more done by just waiting. Anyway, I just wanted to say, if you're inspired by this trip or you've enjoyed the series, thank you so much. Please remember, I'm not one of these YouTubers who will do this all the time. So please don't message me or comment constantly saying, where are you going next? Where are you going next? I will go on another trip. Morocco, Iceland, they look really interesting to me, but right now I'm just focusing on getting a deposit for a house. I'm 24, I still live with my parents. It's getting a bit boring, and I'd quite like to get my own little place. So this trip, I'll tell you what it cost in a separate episode, but I've got a deposit. I just want to push on a little bit further and get an even stronger deposit. So anyway, please don't think I'm a YouTuber who does this all the time, but thank you for your support, especially if you've watched this series from start to finish. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've loved making it, and I've loved every moment of this trip. So thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to take some time off your work and go and travel and go and see something new. And that's my finishing sentence. Thanks so much for watching, keep in touch, and really, if you're inspired to do your own trip, no matter how big or small, just go for it. I just wanted to show you don't need to give up your job to go and see some amazing things in life. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Well, hello, and good morning for the final time on this trip. I've just finished up at the campsite, I've just packed all my stuff away, put my rubbish in the bin and stuff. What an absolute gem of a campsite. Had a really amazing dinner last night and a lovely breakfast this morning as well, and so cheap as well. That half a chicken with the potatoes and the beer was €11, and this morning that toast with prosciutto on top was €4. Fantastic. And the orange juice as well. So we've got about half an hour to do today, and the ferry port, sat-nav's keen. And the ferry port is, you can't really see it, it's over there in the distance. So the ship, I don't think the ship's here yet, unless it came in overnight, because I can see across the entire entrance to the port, and I haven't seen any ships of that size. Well, hello, we're here on the ship. My GoPro battery died as I was at that check-in window, and then security didn't like my camera anyway, so they made me turn it off, and I said, no worries, it's run out of battery. So that was all good. Very nice ship, waiting for you when you arrive. There's no hanging around, waiting for hours for the ship to turn up. It's there before you get on, which is absolutely fantastic. So just give you a quick tour of the cabin, and then I'm going to go to the bar and get some lunch, and obviously an alcoholic drink, of course. Brilliant. Let me show you my cabin. Should say as well, this ferry cost £355. That was a cabin, and you're on it for 31 hours, but you do get free meals as well, which is pretty good. And you get about half an hour for free Wi-Fi, but don't use it instantly. Wait till you're in the middle of the sea to use your half an hour. Don't just use it at the port, because I've still got full 4G now. Anyway, let me give you a quick tour of my cabin. Hey, there's the main door. There's my face. Get a telly, English telly, I should say. English plugs, USB, there's all the little desk. Here's the bathroom. Very nice new ship. Towels, LED lighting, very jazzy. Go in here, that's the shower. Again, very modern, look at that. And then this is the bed. A little desk, and if you had an outside cabin, that's where the window would be, but this is an inside one because well, I didn't really need a window. And that's it. Very modern new ship, very smart as well. And there you go, it's a really modern ship. This one isn't Glacier, I don't know what this one's called, but Brittany Ferries, their new ships, they're top quality. This is, if this was a hotel room, I'd be very pleased to see it, but and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.